All right, and welcome on into DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are here for our Princes of the Apocalypse brand new campaign, starting off level 1 with this brand new adventure, both to the players and myself. It should be a blast. I think it's going to be fun, and we're just going to have a good time with it. Just going over our schedule before we jump into that. On Fridays, we have our Eberron Oracle of War campaign. Then on Saturday, we have our Strix-7 College of Chaos. We missed you all last week. We had some family come into town. Unexpected family coming into town. But we will be back next week with our Strix-7 College of Chaos adventure. All right. So, without much further ado, let us jump over. Oh, why is it not? It didn't. Hold on. Why did it not? Let's see. That's weird. Alright. It should be that one. There we go. It was weird. It decided it didn't want to show the thing. Alright. Well, with that, let us go ahead and go over our party, as we have our party members with us here. All right. So, with our Princes of the Apocalypse game here, we have 6 players starting off, brand new characters, brand new to each other, brand new to the game. All right. Right. Because we are all very excited to see what craziness Cooper is bringing, and trust me when I say, yeah, he's bringing his Cooper mojo here. But let's go ahead and introduce our players. We have New Kit, played by Bob. We have Moonshine, played by Torque. We have, how are you pronouncing it, Craig?
Andirian.
And thank you, Andirian, played by Craig. We have Foxora, played by Cindy. We have Crash Wave, played by Cooper. And we have Tukaram, played by Steve. All right. So with that, our adventure here starts within the Sword Coast, like most adventures do. But this adventure is actually leading all of you to a small town in about the middle of the Sword Coast, known as Red Larch. Now, Red Larch is within the Dissarian Valley, very much on the along the or at the cusp of the Tribord Trail and the long road that takes you from Waterdeep up all the way to Mirabar. Very popular, very, very popular road. All right. And so, with that, you actually will go ahead and, okay. Sorry about that. Let's get you guys over to a, yeah, that's off. Make sure that the dynamic lighting is off here. All right. We are going to get you guys over to a tavern within the Red Larch. You find yourselves within this tavern, and I will get your tokens onto the board. It might look familiar. We're reusing maps because that's a thing. All right. So with that, let's see here. We've got New Kit. We've got Moonshine. We've got Turcom. We've got that one. We've got, I'm working my way down the list here. We got that one, and we got that one. All right. So with that, you guys find yourselves within this tavern. Yeah, reuse, recycle. All right. So let's see here. Remember what the name of the tavern is, because I don't remember off the top of my head, and I'm a little frazzled today. Alright, let's see here. That is... Is this one? That is the surroundings. Okay. So you let's see here. There's okay. The tavern. Where did the thingy go? There it is. I lost my handout. All right. So this tavern is there's two taverns specifically in town. One called the Swinging Sword, which is like it's an inn, but it has a very small tavern associated with it. Mostly it's a matter of just getting a bottle of wine to take to your room. The other one, and the one that you find yourselves at right now, is called the Helm at High Sun. Now, this this tavern is run by, let's see here. I've got too many windows open and not enough open in the things that I need them to be. There we go. Okay. So the Helm is this ramshackled two-story tavern, rusty metal grills covering its small dirty windows, and even the name is not very clearly printed. It looks like it is seen better days and it faded. I mean, it probably at one point was very, very clear because the letters are like large, simple letters on both sides of a jutting out wooden sign. However, the paint has very much faded. And inside is a large, dimly lit, wood-paneled tap room, an open wooden staircase that climbs to the upper floor, which is just as dim and darkly paneled as the tap room itself. Across the back of the tap room is a long bar with 3 copper candle lanterns lighting it. And I didn't put them on there because we all know how Roll20 likes extra tokens. There are, you can tell that this is where everybody comes to kind of learn the local gossip or whatever it is. That, you know, just war stories, whatever, or honestly, just to get drunk. You see, like, as you guys are all kind of coming in, you see about 6 to 8, maybe even a dozen if you count the ones that are in the back, people working here at the Helm. And you see that there's a few people hanging around here as well. Just, you know, your local crowd. So, all right. Yeah. So, one of the things that I did ask you was to figure out why you were in this town. But what I would like to do is 66% of my neighbors are NPCs. It's true. Let's go ahead and as you guys are entering into this bar, who would like to go first in the introducing of your characters?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Let me pull up my
So
sheet here. It's the wrong thing. There we go. Okay.
Let's see, as you walk into this tavern, what does everybody see?
That I'm pretty obviously a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. Other than that, probably not much. I mean, he's a half-elf, so he's not as big as most of the humans in town. He's probably not one you would choose to mess with unless you had no other choice. Andirian is in the Desmond Valley because he was sent here by the Order of the Gauntlet to investigate increased elemental activity.
Okay.
And I am, you know, based out of Yartar. That's where I'm from. That's where the local garrison is.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time in Red Larch. I haven't really done much field work. Most of my Gauntlet work has been inside Yartar, helping the city guard, doing stuff like that.
Okay. Awesome. So full armor and the whole 9 yards, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I should say I am a paladin.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Who would like to go next?
Next,
Okay.
especially since I'm sitting right close.
Okay.
I am Cindy, and I'm playing Foxora. Foxora is a fairy. She has pink hair, pink wings, gray skin. She is a bard and an entertainer by trade. And so she has been traveling from Waterdeep to what is it, to the T word?
The Tribor?
Tribor, that's it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
She's been traveling from Waterdeep to Tribor, trying to find some work, hanging out in a bar, playing a little tunes, getting a little cash, and meeting people, hearing stories. That's really all she's here for. She wants to meet people, but mostly she just wants to hear people talk about their lives. So
Okay.
that's it.
Perfect. All right. Who would like to go next? No take.
I'll go next.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna roll a die if you guys somebody doesn't speak up. All right.
Okay, so Tukaram walks in. He's at first glance, he's obviously an orc, but not a half orc. And he probably gets a few eyes looking his way, but when he walks in and you see him come in, you notice right off the bat that his armor is, shiny and well kept, and his clothes are in good shape, and he's got no rags or anything, and his hair's combed and clean, and he doesn't smell like the farm animals or anything. And he walks with no grunting or anything. He just kind of walks in normal.
Okay. Perfect.
And he is a fighter with a battle axe and a warhammer strapped to his side and back.
Nice. All right. Who would like to go next?
I can go, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Moonshine is, you'll see as she enters the room, just a female elf. Kind of your normal height and dimensions. The reddish hair, but if you look close enough, it almost looks like there's almost like a burning embers to it that on occasion. Just kind of casually dressed in a nice blue and green dress. Looks like she's ready for just kind of a nice night on the town. And she is fresh out of college and venturing on her own, looking for a little adventure.
Okay.
He is a wizard.
Nice. Gotta have that caster. All right. So we've got two left. We've got Team Blue over there. Which one of you's going first?
Okay, yes. Good evening. My name is Newkit, and I am obviously an autognome, and I am a cleric of Moradin, the All-Father, the Soul Forger, the Creator, and I am an arbiter of taste and style, and excuse me, I hope I'm not speaking too quickly for those of you who think rather slowly, but here I am, at your service, of course. First service to Moradin, and second service to you.
Perfect. All right. So that leaves you there, Mr. Blue over here, Mr. Crashwave.
Join the party!
Oh, Lord.
As you can see, Crashwave is a dragonborn
of the blue kind, Sapphire. He is a barbarian, a sailor. He's not a bad guy, just he can be a party animal sometimes.
Okay.
He's been born by the sea, raised by fishermen, and been traveling, partying with his fellow sea mates. And been hearing stories about fantastical adventures of people fighting bad guys and saving the world. It makes him want him to go on adventures on his own, but with his own ship. But here's the problem. You need money to buy a ship.
I mean, usually, yeah.
Yeah, so he set out on his own, tried to do odd jobs to get him his own ship. But since he's to party, he's mostly spend most of his go on joints and other entertainments.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to get specific, but we're all adults here, I guess.
Okay.
And he just came to town, continued to find some odd jobs, and just wanted to drink and have some fun, and see what adventure he's be out there.
There you go. Okay. Well, with that brings us to our party. Now, the thing with this town, it is usually just a stop along the road. But for one reason or another, you find yourself within the helm at High Sun, where you see that there's a couple of different people hanging around. You've always got that guy over in the corner that's just the old man sitting by himself. You've got a group of friends that are hanging out and whatnot. And the ones that really stick out to you are there's 4 of them that stick out amongst the crowd. Not including, of course, the bartender, as the bartender is, always part of the crowd. And you see that the bartender himself is an elven man. Man is a loose term. Elven person is more like it. But you see that the let's see here, the people that are kind of out and about, there's a couple of humans, there's a half orc, and there is a halfling that you kind of you see that they're kind of around in the tavern. Specifically the ones that look interesting or seem to be paying more attention than others, which is not necessarily a good or bad thing, depending. But yeah, so what do you guys all do when you enter? I mean, nobody made your characters be interlocked, correct? So you guys are all individuals, yes?
Yeah, unless somebody else is of the same order that I am.
I don't believe so. I think everybody made your separate characters.
Yep.
Yep.
I saw someone travel by the sea. Probably my first time meeting these people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be friendly and say, drinks for everyone. And I'll put out as much gold as I need so everyone gets a drink.
I'll take that. Thank you.
I'll say, barkeep, a spot of tea, please.
Tea? Why tea?
Well, that's what you drink, usually.
Yeah.
True, but I always like a good rum. Don't you agree?
rum and tea sounds fascinating.
You are
thirsty. Might I interest
Hey,
you
orc?
in ale?
Yes, that is what I am. From the northern regions, I believe.
Crosway. Nice to meet you.
And I am Tukara. Nice to meet you, Crush.
And who are you? Do you want a drink?
Yeah, just an ale would be fine. And to answer your question, my name is Endirian. I'm of the Order of the Gauntlet, here to take a look at some increased activity in town, or in the area, not necessarily in town.
Activity of what kind?
Elemental.
Elemental.
Oh.
Did I notice any elementals?
Give me
Okay.
you know what? Give me a history check to see if you've heard anything about that.
Ah! Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome. I like giving the people who are barbarians and fighters the questions that require intelligence. It's
I'm
fun.
gonna try one too.
Okay.
I can live with that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was
Holy
good.
shit!
Okay. All right. Just a reminder to my players, if you want the 3D dice to roll on the screen, all you have to do is go to the cogwheel and go to dice options and enable all the things on there. So, just
All three, right?
Go.
Okay.
I did.
Cogwheel.
Just see.
You did, yeah. It came up on for you. It just didn't come up for Steve. So, all right. With that, you guys both have heard the rumors of and like that there's been more elemental activity. And actually, Crash, one of the reasons that drew you to this section is you have heard about water elemental stuff that should not be happening this far inland.
Yeah,
but-
that makes no sense. Why
Mhm.
water elementals be away from water?
Right. And so, yeah, but you both have heard that there has been some issue stuff, and let's see here. Tukaram, you actually have heard about that there is a cult around here somewhere that's dealing with elemental stuff. A group that is not supposed to be together is together dealing with this elemental stuff.
Did I hear someone say that they're buying the first round of drinks?
Yep.
Mind if I join you, fine gentlemen?
Of course. You're Elvin, right?
Why, yes. Glad you noticed.
I move out of the way and off of the bar.
Oh, why?
What is your drink?
Take a seat.
Oh, I'll just take something light. Maybe, I don't know. What do you got there, barkeep?
Oh, that's my finest vintage. Oh, that's my finest vintage.
As he puts down
Oh,
a bottle
wonderful.
of wine.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. This place sure is lively
you.
tonight. I just got into town.
Yes.
And
I
barkeep,
come
what
to
might
town
might
too.
your name be?
Oh, you here to meet up with your party? Cliche much?
So, you see, he is of elven descent, and you see that, or you ask him what his name is, and he goes over and you see there's a bunch of other people in here, and he automatically, without even asking the person, fills up a tankard of ale and sits it on the counter as someone is walking up, and he says, "My name is Fulmer. Folmer. And this is where I've been I've been working here, so just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Well, mighty kind of you. And my name's Moonshine, and how about you, fine gentlemen?
Well, then, my name is Tukaram.
I'm Andirian. I'm just going to outright ask the barkeep if he knows anything about increased elemental activity in the area. Get right to the point.
Okay. Sure. He says, well, yeah, there's been talk. I mean, I've heard people talking about stuff, and you know, I don't really, well, let's just say I'm not the kind of gossip about things that I don't know for sure if they're true or not. So, but what I can do, and he kind of points to the two men that are sitting together. He says, well, those two, they might know something. And he says, they're, well, let's just say they tend to know everything that's going on around here. But, you might also be careful, because the human guy, the older gentleman, he's the actual owner of this place, and the guy he's sitting with is his partner. So tread carefully. But if that's not your style, or you know, whatever you want to do, and he kind of, amongst the crowd in here, and it's starting to kind of get a little bit lively. He points out two other people. He points out a female half-orc, kind of deep in her cup right now. But she seems to still be doing okay at the moment. And then he also points out a Lightfoot halfling that's kind of sitting over in the corner, kind of by himself. He doesn't seem to, there's no one else at his table. He is just like got his cup and he's slowly drinking it. But the bartender says, you might have better luck with the last two than the first two, but I mean, they're probably where you're going to get more information. I'm sorry. I just, well, I don't want to get involved with things, you know? And also, if you go to those other two, don't tell them I sent you. Oh, you're going over there. Okay. All right. So you see that the older gentleman, as you walk up, he says, can I help you?
I understand this is your establishment. It's very nice.
It is, yes. It is. And, you know, we like to keep it that way. That's for sure.
I'll basically just show him my emblem of the order and say, look, I'll just be frank. I've been sent here to investigate some increased elemental activity. Would you know of what's been happening locally?
I mean, there's been a lot happening locally, but I know of what you say. There's been quite a bit going on. I mean, but it's not anything new.
Caught the attention of Yartar.
I mean, a lot of things catch the attention of Yartar. I mean, they're always looking for some reason or another to come down and bother us down here. You get this, like, very gruff feeling from him. He's like, you know, being on the road, we get all kinds of people coming in here telling stories about whatever they've encountered thus far, and you know what others telling them stories about what's to come. So, I mean, it is what it is. You gotta take a grain of salt with every story you hear around here. Never know what may come of it.
Did I hear something about stories?
Well, everybody's got one. I mean, this is a tavern after all. Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'd love to hear some of these stories.
That's not my stories to tell. We've always got people coming in and telling stories about, about that giant that they ran into and on their path, or the two-headed demon goat that they saw at a farm, or that break in the ground where an elemental came up. I mean, it's their stories. I mean,
Where would this break be?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Can I insight check him?
You can. He is telling the truth. He does not know where that was. He happened to overhear the story that someone said that they came to a spot and there was a break in the ground and an elemental. They said an elemental came out of it. It is a great place where madness is sold by the bottle.
That is the very reason I'm here.
Well,
So I know you don't like to have Yartar around, so if you could just simply tell me where everything is, I will go and be on my way.
I honestly don't know. Sorry.
I want to ask, did you say giant, old sport?
Well, yes, there's always giants around. I mean, one of the hill giant lairs, or whatever they call it, is not too far from here. We kind of avoid that as much as possible. Although I do hear it's currently being run by a woman, which, I mean, hey, more power to her. I mean, honestly, those it's kind of funny. The hill giants are dumb as rocks, but the stone giants, they're not too far ahead. So just avoid them and you should be fine.
I elbow Crash Wave on the side, and I kind of like smile and wink, like, raise my eyes, like, yeah.
Okay. He says, by the way, my name is Garland.
Darwin?
Garland. And
Hi, Garland. Nice to meet you.
this
Fuck, Sora.
is my partner, Justren.
Good day to you both.
Yeah. Welcome to the helm.
I am Endirian. It's nice to meet you.
What brings the rest of you guys here? I know he has said he's with the Gauntlet, but what brings the rest of you here? Are you adventurers as well?
Oh yes, I'm looking for adventures, just starting out, just doing odd jobs.
Well, that's one way to do it.
And I'm a collector of stories. So I'm here to learn what I can about this area.
Well, you stay around here long enough, you will definitely get stories. If they're true or not is a whole nother story in itself.
Oh. Don't ever let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Well, then you should definitely talk to those others over there. They'll give you stories. Especially that one. And he points to the half-orc. And he's like, but beware, she's kind of a little drunk, it looks like. I think they're cutting her off now, probably.
No story lives unless someone wants to listen.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it wouldn't continue if nobody listens to it. That's a good point.
Good evening, kind sir. My name is New Kit, and I am not an adventurer.
Oh?
I am a helper.
Well, everybody needs a little help now and then, now don't they? And he kind of, like, as he says that to you, he looks at the rest of the group, and, Nukit, give me an insight check, please. It is perfectly clear to you that he is looking at the rest of these people that are talking to him and thinking, yeah, all these people need a lot of help. You got your hands full if you stick with them. It's one of those things where you get that whole look and you immediately know exactly what he's thinking, you know. And yeah, so he says, well, yeah, exactly. Not flirty, but you know, it's that head nod of acknowledgement. Yeah. So, he says, well, if you, he kind of turning to, Foxora, and he says, well, if you want a story, I bet you that, the half-orc over there has got one. She just came in from, one of the caravans that was traveling down the long road. She came in, I think it was about 2 days ago. But the caravan left, but she didn't, so I don't know. And you see the other gentleman that's sitting there. He says, he kind of taps the first one on the shoulder, and he says, oh, what about Stanor? And Garland says, oh, yes. And he kind of points out the halfling in the corners. And he says, he's a carpenter who works over at Wayliver's Wagon Works. He might know something. I'm not sure. He kind of keeps to himself. But, I mean, he might be somebody to know if you need a wagon. But, I mean, if I find anything out, I'll let you know, but, yeah. I mean, good luck with whatever it is you're gonna do.
Fair enough. I'll just walk away.
Okay.
And start heading towards the half-orc. My character's personality is he's a little single-minded, so...
I'm getting that already, yes.
So, like he probably would have walked away in the middle of him talking because he's like, all right, I don't need it. I don't need to be here anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of getting that feeling, so good job. All right. So you walk over to the half-orc, and like I said, she is well into her cups at this point. And you see that she is very drunk, and as you step up, you get this feeling that perhaps she's a little too defensive in her persona, in that, you know, a little bit on the edge of argumentative. So just walking up before you say anything, you get this feeling from her as you step up. So it's one of those moments you might want to choose your words wisely.
Okay. I'll do a similar introduction that I did with Garland and Justrin. Say, I'm with the Order of the Gauntlet, here investigating elemental activity. I understand you came from a caravan. Did you see anything in the surrounding area?
Hi. What does it matter to you that I came on a caravan? And you see, like, she's got that edge of just trying to figure out if she needs to fight. She said, I only got here 2 days ago. We were traveling through Westbridge, but they continued south with me, and
okay, let me stop you right there. I don't care. So I just want to know, did you see something outside of town that was highly unusual?
I mean, there's unusual things that happen, but I haven't seen anything, no.
And can I insight check her?
You can. Ooh, okay. She is very drunk, she seems to believe that she's your words were anything unusual, and she seems to believe that she has not seen anything unusual outside of town.
Okay. I'll kind of, pinch the top of my nose a little bit and squint and like, oh God, drunk people again.
Yep.
And I will try and be as patient as I can.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing unusual. You know what? I believe you.
Good, because I mean, it's not unusual for like a group of people to camp outside of town. That's not unusual.
Again, I don't care.
Yeah. So like, there's and you see like she kind of goes off on this little tangent, and yeah. So she just kind of lets go about yeah. And you catch in this unwanted conversation that you're having with her right now, you catch that something about having brawled with the guards from the missing delegation 15 days ago, but she doesn't really care because she had nothing to do with their disappearance. And she's like, it's stuff at this point in the conversation. She is telling you stuff. However, it's nothing that you wanted to know about. Absolutely nothing.
I will literally walk away in mid-sentence.
Okay.
And just kind of go to this one.
Okay.
Have we been listening as he tried to talk to her?
Give me a perception check if you didn't move closer. Moonshine don't care. She's way up there. Yep. Moonshine don't care.
I'm just having a good time tonight.
I would say, New Kit, you would have heard all of that. She, as you offer up the coffee, she's gonna look at you with this look of, that's not ale, and she will not take it from you. What are you gonna do?
Oh, she want ale?
Well, so Tukaram just came over and brought her a stein of coffee. And she's like, that's not ale, I don't want that. Why the hell do you think I want coffee? That's, you don't come to a bar for coffee, you come to a bar for ale.
I looked a little dejected and go, oh, well, yes, that doesn't. Never mind.
I will go to the bar and barkeep and say 1 ale for the lady, and bring the ale to her.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be the last one she gets. Cutting her off.
I sort of just get her the ale. Come on, this is just a time for fun and celebration.
Oh, now that's a guy right. Yep, I like you, buddy.
Oh, goodness. I just go around and just drink and see what anyone else needs.
Okay. All right. So you head over to this halfling dude, and you see, like, he is just kind of by himself. He's very, very excluded from all of the other people going on here. And you come up and he says, "Can I help you?"
I will do the same introduction I did before. In my mind, he's kind of turning into Sergeant Joe Friday from Dragnet, but
nice. That works.
Show the emblem. Say, I'm Endirian from the Order of the Gauntlet, here to investigate, increase elemental activity in the area. Have you seen anything unusual?
Maybe.
What was that?
Maybe it's kind of unusual, but I mean, I don't know. What do you define as unusual?
Have you seen any elementals or evidence of them? They usually do not come close to civilized towns, so that would be a good sign.
No, I haven't seen any elementals, but well, I have seen my boss disappear into a hidden tunnel in the back of the workyard. Whenever he's with other people, they sneak in the dark and follow. You know, they follow it wherever the tunnel goes, but I don't know where the tunnel goes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Everybody else other than my boss is usually hooded or masked, but I don't know.
Could you tell me where this is?
Well, it's in Wayliver's Wagon Works. It's where I work.
Okay, interesting. Have you gotten the impression there's anything perhaps less than legal happening there?
I mean, why would you go into a tunnel and then have people follow you in hoods and masks if it wasn't something nefarious?
Poor fashion sense, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's true too.
Okay, so it's near your place of employment. Okay, I might go take a look. As far if anyone there asks, you didn't say anything to me, so I will keep your words safe.
Okay. I mean, I can get you access if you wanted to, but for the right price. But my boss doesn't know that I know.
And what would this price be?
I don't know. You tell me.
What am I willing to pay?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll give you a gold piece if it's solid information.
Well, I mean, information, yeah, but I'm talking like access to the tunnel.
Get me into the tunnel. You got your gold.
Let me think about it. I think you can do better than that.
Okay, I'm a paladin, not a wealthy man. So gold it is. Otherwise, it's okay. I could probably figure it out from there.
Okay. All right.
Can I try and persuade him it may be in his best interest to help us?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going to walk right behind
Okay.
him. Andorian.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
I was wondering when that would happen.
I knew that was what you were coming around for, Bob. So, but I'm gonna let you save that guidance that you just received, because I think that you're might need to use it on something else for the next minute, because that's not gonna help that one. I just want to point out. So he does not seem too worried about it. It's more of a, hey, you want to go check it out for the right price? I'll show you where the tunnel is.
I'm standing right there, so I'm watching an Endurian and New Kid, and I reach into my pocket and put a gold piece on the table and slide it over.
Well, that's a start. I mean, I'm taking a risk here. This, especially if it's something of the, what was the word you used? I don't know. I just learned this word. I'm trying to remember what it was.
For a gold piece, I'll tell you.
Nefarious. Nefarious. That's what it is. That's what it was. Yeah. If this is a nefarious thing that the boss has got going on, I mean, I don't want to be involved in it, But,
I already said I would, protect your acting as a, let's just say, informant, and nobody would know that you said anything.
All right. Well, okay. When did you want to have access? Because I'm not there all the time. I mean, that's probably obvious because I'm here.
Yeah. You know what? I can work around your schedule. What would be a good and somewhat safe time for you?
I mean, I don't know that. boss goes in, during the nighttime, so that's probably a problem there. But then we can follow him, so I don't know. I mean, it is a hidden tunnel after all, so something going on there. No, and you see, like, he is kind of thrown because he did not expect anybody to actually take his offer.
Okay, then I'm not afraid to follow him at night. So if you want to show us where it is, and then you can go back to whatever you want to do, that's all we really need. And I don't want to put you in any danger. This may be a fruitful relationship in the future.
I like fruit. Okay. And you're like, he kind of goes off, and he's like in his mind at this point. Well, you got something. You got something. All right. Didn't say it was gonna be a good informant, but you got something. All right. Now, with that,
I'll kind of motion to Tukrum and Nugget and like, hey, you want to come?
Are you going on an adventure?
Count me in. Stories abound, it sounds like.
Visiting a wheelwright in town. I don't know how adventurous that could be, but there's the potential for it.
Adventure is adventure. I'm game.
I'm here to help.
And if I'll tag along, this sounds like it might just be a fun night after all.
Excellent. So I will. I'm trying to. OC-wise, I'm trying to mouse over the characters to see what his name is because I forgot. So.
Oh, I didn't put it in there. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It's Stanor.
Well, Stanor, when is a good time to? We'll just meet you at the wheelwrights. I think we can probably find it.
Yeah, it's not hard to find. Yeah, not hard to find at all. But you're yeah, not hard to find at all. So I think you'd be okay. But let's see here. Probably well, yeah. I would say probably at night, maybe tomorrow night. Might be a good idea. I mean, that way it's not obvious since you guys just got here into town.
Agreed. Tomorrow night.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Moonshine. Let's see here. Where is it? You know that you're in this town, working with someone, in your background, but you have let's see here. You have one note that you were told, and that was, if you are anywhere near a place called the Deatherith Manor, to stay away. That is something that...
Oh, great! You threw it up there. Great, thank you. I'm like, that's a fun one to spell.
But you are, you're also aware that there has been, although Yartar is a very big, popular city here in the Desarian Valley, and I will give you this from that background, that within Red Larch, and actually, let's see here, Yeah, no, from the Order of the Gauntlet. Yeah, you probably would know this as well. That the town does not actually have a mayor. They have a constable that keeps the peace. And it's Constable Hardbuck. Harburk. So they do not have a mayor or like off guard or whatever. They have a constable that keeps the peace. So, yeah. But apparently, you guys are going tomorrow night to head to the wheelwrights. But before that, you have the chance to kind of explore the city a little bit. Let's see here. Which one is this one? All right. And I'm going to actually put you over onto this map. And this is the city that you are currently in. This is Red Larch. Now, the Long Road, which is the main road from Waterdeep all the way up to Marabar, is called the Long Road. Very, very popular. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and change out the tavern music because we're not in the tavern anymore. All right. And you, let's see here. All right, there you go. We'll do this one. So the town itself has a few locations of importance. And that is the, I know it's a bar crawl, right? You're not wrong. Okay. So, let's see here. Hold on, I gotta turn the thingy up because I can't read the numbers because it's too dark. There we go. I am gonna actually show you the numbers because it is easier for me to give you where these things are. So, let's see here. Number 3 right there is the Helm at High Sun. That is where you guys were drinking. I mean they're not all bars, so it works. It's a town crawl. We'll call it a town crawl instead of a pub crawl. How's that? I don't like the music. There we go. All right. So that was number 3. Right across from that, the large building that is there, number 2, that is the Swinging Sword Inn. It is a 3-story stone structure crowned by a steep slate roof that bristles with many chimneys. A signboard juts out of over the door, hanging from chains. Its 10-foot-long carved wooden scimitar emblazoned with the inn's name in red paint on both sides. An inn yard with stables and outbuildings lies behind the building. So that would be these blue ones that are right here. Let's see here. On the corner right here, so number 1 is a All Faiths shrine. So it's on the west side of the Long Road, just south of the inn's stable yard. Stands what looks to like a grand stone mansion. 2 wide wooden doors painted with the symbols of many different gods stands open day and night. Inside there is a plain chapel and an altar. And so you can find that is there. Let's see here. All right. All right. Hold on. I've got to answer a question. There we go. All right. So there is the All Faith Shrine, which is the number 1. Let's see, number 2, number 3, number 4, which is right behind the bar that you guys were currently in, is a dilapidated boarding house with many balconies and outside staircases. So if you choose to be there, you can. Number 5, which is across the street from that, there are 3 huge sheds that stand kind of in a triangle shape, surrounded by sturdy wooden wagons of all stages of assembly. Now, this is not the wagon right. This is just a gentleman who sells wagons for safe journeys, as the sign says, the Lorne's Safe Journeys. Now, if you're going to have a horse and the like, you're going to probably need to have some harnesses for that. And so you can find Chancerel's Fine Harnesses in number 6. And that would be very much as you're walking by checking out this town, the pungent smell of tanned and oiled leather fills this crowded workshop, and the walls display leather saddles, reins, yokes, and harnesses for working beasts of all sizes. There's also stylish leather jackets, long coats, caps, boots, leggings, bracers, belts. You know, everything that can be made from leather. Yeah, those things. Alright. Let's see here. Moving right along. Back across from the shrine is number 7. And number 7 is a clothing shop. Helver Tanlar's Clother. Yeah. And it says a square 2-story building. A signboard is painted with images of a very well-dressed lady. And on one side of the board, and then there's ornate scrollwork iron bars that protect the window. Yeah. And then let's see here. Of course, no town is really complete unless you have the number 8 item here, and that is the bakery, of course. This aromatic, tidy buildings, ovens, and mixing bowls are in use day and night. The bakery has a hanging sign consisting of a carved and painted wooden round loaf the size of a small cart. No, they have drunks. Everybody has drunks. Yeah, and you see, like, as you're kind of passing in the window display, you see these beautiful, fresh, round loaves and buns for sale. But you see one that looks a little bit different. It looks like it's a bun that has melted cheese on it. Seems that is their specialty. Alright, let's see here. Again, no town is complete without a smithy, which is number 9 right here. Both ends of this soot-stained building are massive stone blocks that rise into tall, wide chimneys. And so that is the smithy there. Crossing the road down here is number 10. Alright, I'm just trying to give you guys the idea of this town. It is bigger than the ones that we've been in the past. This is the largest of the 2 Red Larch poultry shops, as this is Drulu's Fine Poultry. You know, this shop is thriving because of the local farms and the endless appetite of communities along the long road. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So, alright, this is a 1-story building, long, narrow, nondescript on the outside kind of thing. But the name of the business is above it. Next to that, you see that there are 4 identical single-story buildings running back from the street in a line. The front building has a sign painted on a ham being carved by a cleaver, accompanied by no words. Everybody give me a intelligence check, please.
You paid 1 minute, Susan.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good job right there. That was great. Okay. Alright. Moonshine and Tukaram. It is obvious looking at this sign. It is a ham being carved by a cleaver. This is clearly the shop of the butcher. And as you look at the other buildings, the second building has a chimney that has smoke coming out of it. It is the smokehouse. And the third building, you see, has some clothes hanging on a clothesline outside. And so, yeah. Yeah. And then the fourth building, you are unsure what that one doesn't seem obvious. All right. Moving right along, we have number 12 way down here. Let's see here. Just past all of that butcher and stuff. And number 12, you see this plain square building is always coated in a gray-white shroud of rock dust. It's the building, a business office of the quarry that is here. As you see some displays of cut stone as well as raw samples from the quarry. So this is clearly the office, so that probably has ledgers and the like. Across the street from that, you see a number 13 here. There is a store that seems to be dealing in arms and armor, both new and used. And so you see the sign that says Iron Head Arms. So apparently that is where you're going to get if you need any weapons or armor or whatnot.
And what's the name of it again?
Iron Head Arms. Okay. Let's see, number 14. This wooden building seems to have grew haphazardly, shooting out single-story wings and annexes untidily in all directions. And it is like they it looks like they have added things as they needed them without consulting the build of the house to begin with. So it is haphazard in its full sense of the word. However, you can tell as you get close that this is probably another poultry store, as you can hear the chickens. And it is, in fact. And then that you see the name Mahandavir's Poultry. I can't, yeah. I'm going to actually give you that one because that is a weird spelling name. There you go. All right. Number 15, which I gotta find. Hold on. That's 19. Why is... okay, people. Why is number 15 at the top of the map? Everything... 14 and then we're at the bottom of the map. I don't even know. All right, 15 is the bathhouse and dress shop. And outside you see half barrels planted with aromatic herbs and flowers. The windows are decorated with flower-filled window boxes. But yeah, there is a bathhouse and dress shop is number 15. All right. And then, of course, because why would this not make sense? Number 16 is in the middle. That is, in fact, the Waylaver's Wagon Works. And just looking at it, comparing to the Lawrence Safe Journeys, Wagon Works is a cheaper alternative. Making and selling replacement wheels and axles for wagons. And just from the outside, you can already tell it is a cluttered mess. Yeah. Do you see wagons in various stages of assembly or disassembly or whatever? And so, yeah, so that is the 16 would be where you talked to the guy and he told you he worked. Let's see here. 17. All right, there you go. is this very seedy wooden building serves as Red Larch's used tools and goods shop. It's barber and an unofficial second tavern to some locals, it seems. This is that spot in town where all the old men that have retired, that have nothing better to do, go and hang out. And of course, most of them not in a hurry to actually be waited on, just going to hang out. So that is number 17. 18, we are back at the very, very top. Let's see here. Why are you not letting me do the thing? Oh, there it is. All right, 18 is the Stoneworks. That is up at the very top, which, honestly, you would have thought they would have put the office to the quarry near the Stoneworks building. But apparently not. But the quarry pit is right behind them, so, I mean, you would think, right? That the office would be more like over here, but no. That would make too much sense. So yeah, so that is the Stoneworks. Then back down at the bottom of the map, down underneath the 14, there is 19, which is the Tannery. I appreciate that they put that one at the edge of the town, because I'm sure that it smells wonderful. Then across the street from that is the number 20, which is, you know, Daryl's mini storage. No, it's Beth Thunder's storage. 4 identical well-built warehouses stand in the ground covered in raked gravel and cinders. You see the sign says Bethander's Storage / rent space by the 10-day, month, or year. And as you're even walking anywhere near it, you see this tall, smiling man emerging and waving. Alright, and then the far little circle over there, number 21, is this muddy, well-used field is ringed with outhouses and rings of stone that have obviously been used as cook fires or trash burn sites many times in the past. Once a 10-day, it's crowded with wagons from nearby farms. The farmers drive in from homesteads miles away to sell all manner of in-season produce, cheese, ciders, cider vinegar, and last year's pickled beets in jars. Yeah. So, and the final location here at the very bottom is the Valavos Sundries. Aside from the bewildered profusion of doors, barrels, rotting old furniture, tools, and whatnot, this building looks like a private home. However, it is not. As the sign says, it is Valavos Sundries. And that, my friends, is the town of Red Larch.
God damn.
I know. And would they have the thing where it gives you the names of the... No, it would not. But one of the things I meant to do and I did not was I meant to do a handout with the locations, but I forgot and I didn't get that far. So I will do that so you have the player side of what the names of all the locations are.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, so I will do that. And the other thing, just to kind of give you a little bit of a heads up here, the Desarian Valley, just for reference, so Yartar is here. I gotta change that color. That color's awful. Where's my purple? There it is. So Yartar is here. Tribor is here. And by the way, that is the Tribor Trail that goes across. And then the road down is the long road, and you guys are right here. So, but this is the area of it that is considered the Desarian Valley. Just for reference, just to give you kind of an idea. Which means that south of this map, is the road that on this road it will lead you to Waterdeep. If you take the road over here that is by the compass, you will go to Phandalin. And then if you keep going this way, you continue inland away from the water. So, okay. But we have Red Larch. We have a bunch of locations. We have 22, in fact. But it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of this town. This town that has, you know, quite a few of your basic things, but clearly revolves around the stone quarry, you know, and that as jobs, and wagon repairs and the like. Yeah. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions? I know that was a lot of lore dump information right there.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okay. Just for reference, those that do not have a number on the map are like houses, sheds, or outbuildings, depending on what they are. For like the farmers who till the plots close to town, shepherds, workers or servants employed by the larger businesses, the like. Yeah. So there is that kind of stuff. So that just kind of gives you the idea of what is going on with that. All right. So let's see here. Okay. I think that if nobody has any questions right now would be a good time to take our break. It's a little bit early, but I think that that's probably not a bad plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
And so we will be right back in just a few minutes. right, and we are back within DMS Adventurers Tavern for our Princes of the Apocalypse adventure, session number 1. All right. So, with that, all of that stuff that's happened, you've kind of talked to a few people in the tavern. You've kind of gone around and checked out the town. Kind of gotten an idea of where things are, what they can do, and whatnot. Let's see here. Okay. Now, in the let's see, how do I want to put this? Those of you with faction backgrounds, you know that Red Larch is, being the important stop it is, can have some good things and bad things happen, of course. But, let's see here. Let's see. Anyone that has the, let's see here. Anyone who has the Harper background, you have learned and been told and sent here, to investigate what, is going on. There is a, supposedly a secret society that calls themselves the Believers. Supposedly it's not a cult, although it does have like special ceremonies and whatnot, rites. But it's also not a civic organization, despite the fact that some of the wealthiest and most powerful people are said to be members. Okay. So you have been sent to figure out if the Believers have anything to do with what is happening around the Dessarian Valley. Now, those of you who have the Lord's Alliance or Order of the Gauntlet, you, on the other hand, being sent for a very different reason, as there is rumors of a elemental cult in the area. And unfortunately, the cult spies have been very hard to capture, as it seems they do this without the sight of anybody, but also knowing that there's only the one peacekeeping person here in town, you can understand why. I mean, there's been rumors of a missing delegation from Mirabar. It was a fairly well-armored party, and they have not been seen. The last place they supposedly were was here. They have not been seen since. Let's see here. Let's see. Those who are, let's see here. Emerald Enclave and, yeah, Emerald Enclave. You actually got sent here for a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Unique reason. You are sent here because there is a local specialty, a food specialty known by the locals as the crumble cake. Crumble cake. Now, supposedly, it is this much misaligned but hearty food is said to be useful while you're on the trail to supplement your rations. And you have been sent here to find out what exactly it's made of, so that perhaps some of your faction leaders can acquire the ingredients and make it for themselves. So there is that. And of course, we cannot forget the Zentarum. They also are kind of here for the believers, but it is not a like just information running thing. It is more along the lines of trying to figure out the dirt on these people and why they are here. As it seems like they've been here for generations and are getting more active lately. So, with that, that is where our faction stuff lies. Alright. With that, is there anywhere specifically that any of you would like to go, or anywhere anybody would like to go talk to a person, or anything like that? I've given you the town. It is yours for the day. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
It's not yet time to meet the contact at the wheel place?
He said tomorrow.
Okay.
You have like the rest of the afternoon and evening.
I'm going to try and find the Gauntlet contact, because there has to be one in this town somewhere.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna just
give me an investigation roll for that, please. Okay, you start looking. We'll get back to you. All right. Tuck, what's going on?
I'm just gonna walk up and down the street, the long road, and just check out shops.
Okay. All right. No problem. Okay. All right. Okay. So, what about anybody else?
Wouldn't mind stopping by that chapel and seeing what kind of gods and deities they worship, and then maybe work my way down to that dress shop, see if there might be something more fashionable for the trail.
Okay. Perfect. We can totally do that. All right. Now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, my mic, for whatever reason, the app turned it off again.
Of course it did.
Oh,
Very well. I want to investigate. You had said that there is no mayor of the town, but a constable?
Yes.
Do we know where this constable resides, or do they have an office, or... I didn't see it in the map.
It is not on the list.
Okay.
Because that would make too much sense. However, let's see here. Let me scroll. He is somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Well, I just want to do some investigation around town to glean the way that the government works here, and
Okay.
if I can, find out about the constable and if he has like council members he's in charge of, or
Okay.
being as I am an expert at bureaucracy.
You are. Okay. Let's see here. He is in area 11. So he is over by the butcher. Over in that general vicinity.
Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11. Okay, in there.
Yep. Yep. He lives and works in that general area.
Interesting.
Next door to Doroth's Fine Poultry stands the 4 identical buildings. And he is actually, he is in the 3rd building. And he uses the 4th as his office.
Okay.
But yeah, so you head over there, and you get pointed to the direction of his office, and you go in, and you see the 4th building. It's a small building, but it is a multi-purpose building. You see on one side, you see that there are 4 bunks. Then on the other side of it, you see that there is a desk with a chair, and inside, as you step inside, you see a Harbuck, I lost my words here.
Constable?
The constable, along with 3 other what look to be maybe guards of some kind. This might be his little police force.
Okay.
But he steps up and he says, "Hi, can I help you?"
Good afternoon, kind sir.
Good afternoon.
I represent a party that is interested in developing a shop here in town.
Oh.
And I have heard that you are in charge.
I am. I am the constable, yes.
The city, and we were curious as to the means of obtaining a parcel of land, if there were permitting required, any of that, how do we say it, crimson tape to make this happen.
Well,
and so I am researching this for them.
Okay, what kind of business are you looking at opening?
It is a haberdashery.
Oh, yes, we do not in fact have one of those in town. That would be a great addition. Well, we don't have a whole lot of parcels that are currently available for a storefront, but well, where may I ask where you are staying?
As I have just arrived in town, I have not made arrangements for residence, but I imagine perhaps the Ironhead Arms.
Okay. I mean, that would be fitting for you, I suppose, but I must say that the Swinging Sword is our best establishment here in town.
Then rest assured, you can find me at the Swinging Sword.
Okay. Well, then let me look into any available properties, and I will find you there. What did you say your name was?
My name is New Kit.
New Kit. Okay. And the party that you represent, what are they called?
There is a matter of let's say privacy regarding the party involved. I can just tell you that I represent them.
Okay. Well, let me look into, like I said, what is currently for sale, and I will try to get you some information tonight to get the process started. We would love to have a haberdashery. And you get the feeling this guy, he seems like pretty stern, honest guard commander, very much you get the feeling that he wants what's best for the town.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate your assistance, kind sir, Lord Constable.
Well, I appreciate you coming in and possibly adding to the wonderment that is our town. I hope you have a wonderful day.
And you as well.
Wonderful. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, with that, okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Tuckeram, you said you were walking the streets.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Does anybody have anywhere else that they would like to specifically to go?
I'm probably gonna
No,
hang
I'm still at the
at.
tavern partying up.
Actually, I'm gonna be at the same place.
Okay.
But I'm gonna offer my services. To sing a song or two.
Okay.
In hopes of acquiring a room for the night.
Okay. Okay. Give me a performance check.
Certainly.
Guidance.
Thank
If we're together.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Performance.
And you should have on, well, at least on the Roll20 ones, you guys should have a little box to check mark for guidance. But that was a pretty awesome roll right there.
Yeah, I don't think I need the guidance.
I think you're probably okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're, because they could be very, very strict about their performances. I don't know.
They are not. They are not that strict.
The DC, the save for me was a 25. So
well, apparently they are
I
very.
look askance at you, down my nose at you.
Okay.
Well, it can't please everybody.
It's true. Some of the time, though, you can. Yeah, they don't have a lot of rooms here, but you have definitely earned a room.
Awesome. So I'm going to hang out and try and just listen to some of what's going on in the town. Talk to people, and honestly, hear the scuttlebutt. I want to hear that.
Okay.
What's everyone talking about?
Give me a perception roll, please.
Sure thing. I'm very distracted by my own performance.
About
whether or not I'm gonna have a place to stay tonight.
Right? And then you realize that you, in essence, either the rest of your party has to sleep on the floor, or you just split the party. Because you took the last room that there was in this place.
I do welcome them to sleep on my floor.
Okay.
Assuming the establishment is okay with that.
Yeah, that's very nice of you. Yes. It's very nice, very nice. Okay. Well, that's true, Nukit. You just need to find a corner. You got to go find the plug in the corner. See if they put in one of the electric ports.
I hope they have one of those pads that I can just stand on.
Oh, that'd be
instead of
good.
plugging myself in. It's less invasive.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I am okay.
A magic teleportation circle that just you stand there and you just start charging up.
I'm okay if you guys want to try to figure out a way and find a pad or a rug or whatever and make it his charging station, because that's pretty funny. Everybody else puts out bed rolls. He puts out his little charging mat. Yep, I'm good with that. That can be your bedroll. For lore's sake.
Oh yeah, I've done this already. Seeing him stand in the corner, I literally druidcraft up a pad made of flowers and vines.
There you go.
For him.
Perfect. And then you just
in hopes that he appreciates my performance better.
Does it make it better? Does it make it better?
Sure. Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. All right. Right, does anybody... Oh, I forgot to look. I was gonna look to see if anybody had Shocking Grasp. Does anybody have Shocking Grasp?
No.
No. Okay, I think you're okay, Bob. Kane's not here to lightning strike people.
Okay.
Yes, he does get... Yeah, just for reference, New Kit does heal as a autognome. He does heal from mending as well as healing spells. So that does exist. That is a thing. All right. Okay, so you guys are partying up in the helm. And yeah, let's see here. Okay, anybody else going anywhere else?
It appears I'm out of some of my favorite lip gloss. I might need to head down to the sundry store.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so you're gonna head to the sundries. That's a weird word. It's an old school word, but it just does not want to work for me. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna not change the font on that apparently. All right, well that gives you the inn and the tavern location now, so it's a little bit clearer. I'll fix the thing because it doesn't want to fix right now, but. All right, so you're headed down to the number 22 down there. All right. As you walk in, yeah, you see Valivo's Sundries. And as you step into the room is crammed to the rafters with new wares and used items of all sorts. You see furniture, you see lamps, you see carpets, you see mirrors, you see weapons, you see shields, helms, and, I mean, a little bit of everything else, to be perfectly honest. I mean, almost anything seems to be available here. And as you step in and kind of get your bearings a little bit, you see this human man, he kind of steps up and he says, welcome in. What can I get for you?
Hey there. Well, I got new to town, and I'm looking to maybe replenish some of my lip gloss. Do you have any, maybe beeswax and maybe some essence of strawberry oil?
Well, I
came in from Waterdeep. I finished college not too long ago, and I might come to this town.
Well, welcome in. All right, I don't have any. Let's see. Do I have strawberry? And you see, he like goes off and he goes rummaging through this cabinet, and he goes, no, that's raspberry. No, that's lemon. No, that's it. Like he spends a good like minute or two rummaging through this drawer, and he says, comes back and he's like, okay, so this one's red, but it says SB, and I don't know if that's strawberry or strawberry banana.
Ooh, well, that sounds exotic. Mind if I smell it?
Of course. And it is that very, very sweet smell. And
This will do just nicely.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. All right, well, and you said beeswax, correct?
Yeah, you mix them just right, and it makes like a nice little coat, and just gives out just lovely shine.
Okay. And you see he like heads the other direction in the shop to a different area, where he pulls out this this jar of honey that you see inside has the thing, and then he pulls another jar out that was right behind it, and you see the actual wax. Or the honeycomb is in the first one, and then you see the wax in the second one. And he says, how much of this did you need?
It doesn't take much, just a little bit. Maybe about an ounce of the wax, and I don't know, maybe a few drops of that lovely essence.
Okay. Well, and he sets it down, and then he gets this other small jar. It looks to probably hold about 2 ounces if it were put full to the top. And he puts it down on the counter, and he says, "Well, why don't you go ahead and you seem to know what ratios you need, and we'll just call it 5 copper."
Oh, that would be lovely. I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, no problem.
Since I'm new to this town, you wouldn't happen to know what kind of places might be fun for somebody like me to out, maybe meet other people, see what's kind of going on?
Well, the safest place would be over at the Helm of the High Sun, the tavern there. But I mean, there's not a whole lot of social interaction type places here. I mean, you probably go to the All Faith Shrine, if you're into religious folk, I guess. But yeah, this is not the social population that Waterdeep is. So
it's a lovely town, though.
It
I
is.
just been walking these streets, and folks here are awful nice.
Of course, we try to be as nice as we can be.
Goodness me, where are my manners? What I forgot to mention. My name is Moonshine. What's your name?
My name is Endrith. 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 Endrith.
Oh, well met, Andrea.
Yes.
You and I are just going to be lovely friends. I can just tell.
Okay. And as you say your name, and he says his, you notice that he stops and he just looks at you. And he's just kind of, doing the whole survey you kind of thing. Not in a creepy way. Just in a, is this the person that I'm supposed to be? And he says, now, you said you just finished college in Waterdeep. Is that correct?
Yes.
You wouldn't know a person that you wouldn't know of this tavern called A Bit Off Key, would you?
My goodness gracious, I was just thinking about that. Yes, I do.
Oh, so you know Bit.
Yeah.
Then
you know where that is?
I do. That's the best place to stay in Waterdeep, of course. They definitely have the best ale. But I had received a message saying that Bit was sending me a college student. Not sure why right now, but or I should say why a college student, but I guess, yeah, you could probably I mean, if you could find a group of people to help you, because I'm not sure. I mean, if it's an information, and you see, like, he just starts rattling, and he, like, finally he gets to the point, and he says, "Look, Bit told me that that you guys or that you were coming up as I messaged them about a strange book that I received, or that I purchased off of a passing merchant just a couple of days ago. This is why I was not expecting anyone for at least another 2 or 3 days. Apparently news travels fast, I guess. And you see he looks at you again, and he says, "This book is beautifully illustrated manuscript, written in what I can just," and you see he's like frustrated at himself. He says, I think it's Dwarvish, but I don't speak Dwarvish, so I don't know if it's a thing. But it looks really weird. And the I bought it from a peddler passing through town. But apparently this peddler told me that he bought it from a shady keelboat skipper in Warmford, who had somehow come by like a dozen similar books.
I love books. You know, I've been reading since I was like knee-high to a grasshopper. I would love to help find this book. You said you have this book, or are you looking for it?
No, I have it, and it was a weird thing, and so I had sent a message to Bit asking if they had any information about such a manuscript or what. You don't speak Dwarvish by chance, do you?
Goodness, yes. That was one of my first classes in college.
Wow. Okay. And you see he reaches down underneath the counter and he pulls out a book, just like he had said, you know, that he had. And he pulls out this I mean, it is beautiful. Strange, but beautiful. And give me an intelligence roll, please. Okay. It takes you like just a couple of minutes of reading this to find out that this book is a genealogical history of the dwarf clans in Mirabar. There is absolutely nothing strange about this book. It is just the genealogical history of the dwarf clans in Mirabar. So it's weird.
This is probably just a rare artifact from the dwarves. Look, see, it goes all the way back from this dwarf here named Doran, and then well, they had a son named Doran 2, Doran 3, and it just kind of goes on and on that way.
Interesting.
It's a lovely book.
Well, I mean, I'd sell it to you if you want. I guess I don't really need it, then.
Please.
Well,
I'd love to add it to my collection.
I bought it for 50, but I mean, I'm willing to part with it. I mean, it's not gonna do me any good. You got 10 gold?
10 gold?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me see if I've got that right here. Oh, I do. I have just enough.
Okay. Yeah.
No, if I help you out a little bit, any chance I might be able to maybe shave a little bit off that?
What kind of help are you talking?
I don't know. It looks like you got lots of stocks and supplies in the store, but if there's anything in particular you're looking for, or anything I might be able to help out around.
Well, I mean, I think that we'll be working together quite a bit, as a matter of fact. I mean, we've got, you know, and he having you, you had gone through, like, and searched your bag and stuff for coin, he caught sight of the spellbook. And he says, I am the only one here in town that sells, parchment that you need. So, I think we'll be working together a lot, but, if you're interested in, you know, helping the town, I don't know if it's relevant, but I overheard someone say they saw a skull pinned to a tree with a black arrow. Like some kind of dire warning or ill omen. It was a half a day's walk along the larch path, then about 4 miles east into the hills.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous. You know, I ran into a bunch of fellows the other day, and I think they might they look like they were looking for some adventure. Maybe I'll see if we can't go check that out.
Well, if you do that, I'll definitely knock off some of the price for that book.
Wonderful, wonderful. You and I are just gonna be great friends. I can just tell.
Oh, I have no doubt. No doubt at all. And it is as you say goodbye to him and shake his hand that you notice a very, very small detail on the cuff of his shirt. The wrist, like it looks as almost as if he has cufflinks on that have the Harper logo on it. Very, very similar to that concept, where it's not quite visible, but it's visible. So
I'd just give him a wink and wish him a great afternoon.
okay, all right. So with that, is anybody else going to see anybody else?
I'm still looking for my contact.
You are. That's true. You are. Give me another investigation roll, please. That's better. That's better. I like that you have a -1. All right. So, let's see here. Are you asking around, or are you just walking? Are you asking around about the order?
I'm wandering around looking for a sigil or maybe something like that. I can't imagine if there's only a single contact here, they would really want to be out in the open.
Okay. You have walked by the intersection here of the Long Road and the Karen Road probably a half dozen times by now. And it is as you stop in front, or at the corner there, almost directly in front of the Clothier, which is number 7, that you turn and you look over at number 1 being the all what is it called? The All Faith Shrine. When you see the symbol of Helm on there, and you just have this moment of, this finding the contact on my own thing is not working. Maybe I'll go in and offer up a prayer or something. I mean, who knows?
That sounds logical.
Mm-hmm. So you go over and you step inside through the 2 wide wooden doors that were painted with all of the symbols of many gods. Inside you see a very plain chapel with a stone altar. You see in here there is 2 priests. You see a human man and you see a human woman. The man seems to be preparing something over by the altar, while the woman seems to be working on another project kind of over in the corner. Yeah. As you step inside, the gentleman kind of notices you and he says, "Welcome, brother. What can I do for you? Hail be to Tempest." Or whomever you...
Yep. I just need to make a quick prayers to Helm.
Of course. All is welcome. All is welcome.
Thank you.
Do you... I mean, you had said it in the tavern about being Order of the Gauntlet, but is it visible?
Yep. I would not. I'd like pull back part of a cloak or something like that to show the emblem. I just wouldn't have it out in the open.
Okay. Do you do that now, or?
Yeah, I'll do that now.
As you kind of come up to the altar, you see the gentleman places a small, like, what pretty much amounts to a tile in front of you on the altar, and it has the holy symbol of Helm on it. And like you kind of look over and you see it's like they have this stack of tiles with each of the gods' emblems that matches the ones on the door. So it's one of those, you know, and you see like prominently, you see Soon, you see Saloon, you see Timora, Lathander,
a lot of tier.
Tempest, Ogma. You know, you see the big named ones, you know, kind of more prominent than the rest, but they seem to be a little bit bigger. But yeah, he seems to place that on the altar for you as you offer up a prayer. And as your prayer comes to completion and you look up, you see him take the tile from the altar and flip it over. And much like the emblem of Helm, you also see an emblem that resembles a gauntlet on the back of this tile.
Excellent.
And as he picks it up to go put it away, he smiles at you, and he says, "So, what news do you bring of from Waterdeep? Anything?"
Oh, I'm not from Waterdeep. I'm from Yartar.
Oh, you came from the north. Well, what news do you bring from the north then?
I'm just here to look at elemental activity, and that's about it. I just got here, so believe me, I will be coming here to make my offerings and everything.
Well, that is wonderful. We greatly appreciate it. I am Amdar. I am a follower of Tempest. And then he kind of gestures to the woman on the side and says, "That's Lemura. She's a devotee of Soon. We are currently tasked with taking care of this shrine. Every couple months they send out, or actually every month they send out a different pairing of priests from 2 different faiths. And it just happens to be that we are here, and what good timing we could be. Well, I appreciate your efforts in taking care of this problem that we have throughout the area, and I definitely will pass on any information that comes to me to you."
I understand. Thank you. Have you both yourselves seen anything unusual around town?
I have not, and Lemura hasn't said anything to me, but we will definitely start keeping our eyes peeled now that we know that it is a possible, solution to this problem. Why don't you check with me? Well, actually, I will see you in the morning for morning prayers then.
I will be here.
Okay. And so, with that, you have made contact with your contact.
Well met. I will see you both tomorrow.
With that, all right. So, anybody else that you would like to go talk to?
Yes, I was going to visit a shop.
Okay, where would you like to go?
I wanted to walk across the street to number 7, I believe.
Okay, the clothier. Okay.
Yes, Helver Tarnla.
Okay. All right. So this building, it's a square 2-story building. Signboard painted with the images of a well-dressed lord and lady, one on each side of the board. And as you step inside, you see that there's clothing, boots, accessories, all fine, warm, and sturdy. And they seem to, they seem to be of the finer quality than what you've seen other people here in town wearing.
Okay.
But there's 2 people in here. You see a human man and a human woman. And It is the woman that steps forward and says, "Welcome, welcome. How can I help you?"
Good evening. My name is New Kit. I arrived here today from the glorious city of Silvery Moon.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I have heard of that, but I've never been there. Is it beautiful?
Oh, it rivals the stars in the heavens.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Well, I am Megala, and she kind of points to the human man who's kind of like very much lost in his papers that he was working on, and she says, "That's Hulver, and this is our shop." I was going to say, is there anything that you require?
Yes. I want something that will strike a, how should you say, a lordly profile.
Oh.
Allied with the very best of society.
Oh, well, we can definitely handle that. Do you have any color schemes in mind?
Well, I no longer belong to a house, so something appropriate for, how should you say it, an itinerant.
Well, if you no longer belong to a house, then I would say that it is your choice, whatever color that you choose.
Ooh.
If you decide that you want to wear, orange, you could wear orange. If you want to wear blue, you could wear blue. I would say that not being part of a house would give you the permission to choose whatever color that you wish. And she kind of stops and goes, "I would suggest not hot pink. That gives off a little bit of the wrong impression, I think, that you're going for."
Wrong. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to bring peace and strength to my ally.
Okay.
Strong colors that relay that. Perhaps a blue, a royal blue, a lordly blue.
We could definitely do that. I have a beautiful blue that would work perfectly.
Right.
Okay. And were you wanting there to be fully covered or just partial cover? What are we thinking?
I'm considering perhaps a traveler's cloak.
We could definitely do a cloak. That would be easy enough to accomplish.
And then a fastener for the top.
Right. Did you have anything in mind?
Perhaps do you have anything that looks like a blacksmith's hammer?
We do. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, that should not be a problem.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay.
This fastener would need to ally one side of the cloak with the other.
That would be quite good. What would you put on the other side then for it to connect? Did you want a design on that side or just like the regular fastener?
I believe just like a regular cloak pin with a hammer.
Okay, perfect. I can do that. I can definitely do that. It'll be a couple of days. That would be a custom pen job, but yeah, I can definitely do that. Okay. And
he doesn't have a lot of money.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But you see, like she is like, all right, and you can like see the wheels turning in the how am I gonna? And she comes around the counter and you see a measuring tape, and she's like, do you mind?
Oh, of course not.
Okay, and she takes your measurements for the cloak. Give me a perception check, please.
Don't. Gosh.
Oh, that
God.
was so close.
Don't tell
Robbled.
me. I know, that's horrible.
Don't tell you
Oh.
what.
Well, it's not worth it. I mean, I'm sure it fails, but it's not worth it for my special
Nope,
ability.
not worth it.
It only adds a D4.
So to be perfectly honest, it's actually better that you failed because
Okay.
it is while you're getting the measurements taken that you don't see it coming. And all of a sudden you are surrounded by 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls, aged between 7 and 10-ish years old.
Mhm.
And they are currently like just bouncing off the walls and looking at you and very much the what are you, where do you come from, like very much the I've never seen someone like you before and I'm going to ask you all of the questions and all of the things. And it is as they start the questions that Megala is like, children, please. I'm working here. Come on. Don't you have chores to do? And there, you get this chorus of, yes, mother. Okay, mother. Yeah, very much the and they she's like, leave him, them, him, they, but what shall, leave New Kit alone. And you see as they slowly lurk away, as they go back through the door that you didn't see them come through because you missed, that completely, but you just got bombarded by the 4 kids that are known as the Tarnlar children. It is Helvar and Megala Tarnlar.
Okay.
So, yes. Okay. But as she finishes up with you, she says, now, like I said, it's going to be a couple of days. It's too bad you want that hammer. If it was a hand holding a sword, it would be easier because I got one of those. But a hammer, we can definitely. It's gonna have to be a custom one made.
A hand holding a sword. Well, if it would be easy to alter the hand to be holding a hammer.
That. I wonder if I could do that. And take the chop off that part and add that part. You see, she's you lost her. She's gone now. She's
Okay.
In her own little. How do I make that work? And you recognize the symbol she's talking about. So
Sure.
all right. Well then, with that, is there any anyone else that wants to go talk to anybody else?
I did want to ask, since Crash is hanging out with me at the tavern, I did want to ask Crash if Crash has heard anything, since I clearly am not paying much attention.
Okay.
From any scuttlebutt or anything like that in town.
Sure.
Can I?
Roll me a perception check. I mean, much more than your fairy friend did, that's for sure. Yeah. You actually, you overhear while you're in the tavern. Some of the quarry workers came in for an ale, and some of them say that there's a mysterious figures wearing stone masks that watch them when they work all night. And you get the they are very much on the we are not staying out in that quarry at night. It's not going to happen. We're not going to do it. I don't care if the boss says we are. We're not going to do it because there's a person wearing a creepy mask, stone mask out there and just sitting there watching us. No. Oh no. And I will say you did get an 18. So I will say you also overhear that there's this woman whose granddaughter supposedly saw a ghost by the old tomb that's not too far from town. But supposedly the granddaughter saw a ghost. And it you catch the name of the granddaughter. Her name is Pel Mahandiver. So you know that it's the granddaughter from number 14.
Okay, number 40.
Uh-huh. That's a really bad font for this, isn't it? Let's see if I can change the font. Is that... No, it's not necessarily better. Nope. Alright, well, we'll make it work. So yeah, so you get that apparently the granddaughter went to the old tomb and says she saw a ghost. How much you want to put into that is up to you. But I will say, with all of the time that you guys spend in the tavern, that is what you learn. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see here. Tuckerem, give me a perception check, please.
Was that me?
Yep, you. Oh, okay. So walking those streets was definitely paying off for you. As you actually learn that apparently there is a shepherd. Like this is stuff that you hear as you're walking the streets, and so like you kind of stop and listen for a minute before moving on. It is as you're kind of walking over by number 17, or like just shy of that, that you learn Larman Greenboot, a shepherd, says that he found strange new graves in the Sumber Hills, which are hills just outside of town. And the gentleman who's telling you this is like around number 17. You also in your walking around, you hear conversations about this group of the group of people from Mirabar that are said to have come through here and never been seen since. And you find out that something about that the Mirabarians passed through a town called Bellerard, sorry. So it's a matter of you're not sure what, but you learn these items, these things. So it's that one, and all right, we've got that one. And yep, so there's like it. The one thing, if you guys come back together and you actually talk this out, the one overarching thing that you get is that there is something happening here, but it doesn't make sense. That is the four things you guys get. Yeah. What do you do?
I'll make my way.
Making my way.
I will go to the. I will go to the tavern that we're in, and I'll gather everybody around, and like in a hushed voice, I'll say, "I will gather round. I've found out some interesting information on my walkabout in the city," and I'll relay everything.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you guys find yourselves back within the tavern with a little bit of information, a little bit here, a little bit there. But overall you find that there is definitely something going on within this town. Something, not quite sure exactly what. All right. So, with that, what do you guys want to do? You want to talk about stuff? You want to go over stuff? What would you like to do? I mean, you all kind of had different plans, different information that you have acquired. Well, what would you like to do?
I say we check out the wheelhouse first, and then maybe the quarry, because that's two different areas where there's masked people that are kind of, scaring the townspeople.
Okay. So you know that you have that appointment tomorrow night with the halfling. Okay. All right. Okay. What about everybody else? Is there anything else that you wish to do here?
I'd like to see the quarry.
Okay.
That'd be like one of the things.
Okay. Craig, your mic's hot.
Okay.
You so you are told, Turk, from your other party members, because they're the ones that heard it, especially Wave is the one I believe that heard it, that the quarry guys, say that somebody stands there and watches them at night. So it is after dark at this point. So do you want to go out there now, or what do you want to do?
I like that idea, personally.
Yeah, I think we have one more day till we have to meet this halfling. So yeah, why don't we head out to the quarry tonight?
Okay. All right. Okay, that works for me. So yeah, the rest of your party, okay with that, or what is the plan?
I'll kind of shrug my shoulders and say, sure, why not? Let's go.
Okay. Crash,
I'm fine with that.
okay. New Kit? Or Moonshine?
I already said I'd like to go see
Okay.
that quarry today.
I missed that, so okay.
Off we go.
All right. Okay, so you guys head towards the quarry, or towards the towards the quarry. And actually, we're gonna call it a little bit early because this is actually the perfect place to stop, so that we can have a few minutes to go over a few things that were changes on our Roll20 account stuff, before we start any exploring of things. But thank you guys all so very, very much. I appreciate you all. Thank you to my players. You guys are amazing, and I'm so excited for this journey that we are on for the Princes of the Apocalypse. So thank you guys so much. Just a reminder that on Friday we will have our Eberron Oracle of War campaign, and then on Saturday we are back here with our Strix7 College of Chaos adventure. So join us for that, and then right back here on next Monday for our next part of the story as it continues. So thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and raid out to another one of our Extra Life streamers. She is streaming some Mario Kart Deluxe. One of these days I'm going to go play with her, and I've got a challenge going on, so going to do that one of these days. But until next time, thank you so much for hanging out here in DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. Thanks, guys.